This is one of sport's great proving grounds, a gateway to glory where heroes are made.
Absolutely first class.
30 tournaments spanning 19 countries. It's a 10-month campaign to determine the very brightest prospects in golf.
He hasn't, has he? What a way to do it.
Along the way, a chance for the class of 2023 to expand horizons and sample life on tour.
Always nice to experience new cultures.
I love that noise.
Cheers, boy. Enjoy.
Finish the season in the top 20 on the road to Mallorca rankings and secure a golden ticket to the DP World Tour. That's the dream shared by all who compete on the Challenge Tour.
Benjamin Follett-Smith taps in for his first Challenge Tour victory.
Matteo Manassero is back in the winner's circle. A sensational round of golf from Lauri Ruska, 59, just the fourth man in Challenge Tour history to go sub-60. Stephen Brown produced this little bit of magic. Fantastic from Alex.
Lucas Vacarisas breaks through in France.
Yes, what an incredible season it has been, and we're not done yet. We're back in China for the penultimate event of the campaign. The highest ranked 72 players available on the road to Mallorca have made it this far. And with no cut this week, it's a last-ditch attempt for those outside the top 45 to play their way into the grand final.
It's almost like I've still got another opportunity, you know, so if I do well here, it can keep continuing. That's really the goal, is really to try and get inside the top 45 somehow. I don't know what position I would need to finish or anything like that, but just going out and playing golf and seeing what happens, and if that comes off, great. It means I've still got another chance.
McDonald still had plenty of work to do to secure a spot in Mallorca. Currently, Clement Barrado was in possession of that pivotal 45th place. The Frenchman could ill afford any slip-ups though, with plenty of quality queuing up behind him, all intent on advancing to the grand final. One player with no such concerns was Oliver Farr. The Welshman, with loftier ambitions now, sat 20th after a runner-up spot in his last event.
You're always trying to play well this time of year. You know, it's important if you're in the top 20, you've got to try and stay in the top 20. If you're not in the top 20, you're trying to get into the top 20. You know, there's always things to play for this time of year, and sometimes that's where you've got to be very, very focused on what you're trying to do and not get too obsessed with what's going on, if you like, and just become more focused on your goals and trying to prepare right each week. And I did that well last week, so hopefully I can continue this week.
Farr was hoping for a solid showing in Hainan as he looked to take a step closer to promotion to the DP World Tour. He'd need to be at his best, though, to tame our venue this time. Approaching 7,500 yards, the Danju Ancient Saltern Golf Club is far from a walk in the park. With only two par 4s under 400 yards and most par 5s pushing the 600-yard mark, it's not for the faint-hearted, as our field of contenders this week would soon be able to testify. Your guide for the Day 1 action, Dom Hollier.
It is not the start that Jack McDonald had hoped for this week. 2 over par, playing the par 5 third, his 12th. And that's a bit of bad luck, isn't it? Back off the pin. I'm afraid he didn't make the putt, and a disappointing 74 2 over par to start for McDonald. To Oliver Farr, no problems for him making the grand final. This at the par 5 6th, beautifully controlled, not far away from making eagle for the Welshman, and he opened up with a round of 70, which is 2 under. Couple better than that, James Allen, the lefty, this at 18, comes into the week 67th on the road to Mallorca, so he needs something special to make it to Golf Club Alcanada. A little less to do for Jordan Gumberg, the Floridian, at 48th in the rankings. Good solid week should see him through. An excellent week would see him challenge for the top 20, and that is a very good eagle for Gumberg at the third, and he would open up with a round of 69, 3 under par. Out in front though, one of the home players, Chuanlin Jian. This at the first, his 10th hole. What a lovely roll that was as well. And an excellent start to the week for Jian, a bogey-free 63, 9 under par.
Yes, a wonderful first round showing from the 29-year-old. He was 3 shots better than anyone else on day one. The question now, would he be able to keep his nose in front on the second day? Let's rejoin Dom to find out.
What a talent this young man is. He's only 18. Wen Yi Ding, he won the US Junior Amateur Championship last year. 66 yesterday, 71 today. Ding at 7 under par. To Ricardo Gouveia, a winner in Abu Dhabi earlier this season. Nice birdie for him at the 6th. And that is a second round 68 for Ricardo Gouveia. Meanwhile, to our first round leader, Jian, very nearly chipping in for birdie there at 18. And he would follow up his 63 yesterday with a round of 70 to lie at 11 under par. There's the par putt. So far, so good for the 29-year-old. Joel Gerbach, hot on Jian's heels. He's 34th on the road to Mallorca, so he could break the top 20 with a good finish here. And look at that. A little fist bump with that birdie at the second. 67, 67, 10 under par through 2 rounds. Joel Gerbach. To Bowen Zhao and his birdie putt at the 8th. Super. And an excellent round of 66 with a bit of breeze out there for Zhao. And he's at 9 under, so in the mix as well. Looking good for the home nation.
Yes, Bowen Zhao with the low round of the day, in fact, a 6 under par 66, propelling him into a share of third, along with Ricardo Gouveia. It's still Chuanlin Jian, who leads the way, though, at 11 under par. Now, consistency is the key to success for a professional golfer. No one has exemplified that on the Challenge Tour this year better than Manuel Elvira. The Spaniard has enjoyed a stellar campaign, rising to 2nd in the rankings. From those lofty heights, he was now able to take stock.
It all began in South Africa this year. I had, I think, 9 top 10s in 23 tournaments that I played. And I finished 7th in South Africa with a really good chance of winning up until the last few holes. And then ever since, I just didn't really step on the brakes. I just wanted to keep going and obviously secure my card as soon as I could. And right now I'm 2nd, and I really want to focus myself on winning the road to Mallorca. I put myself in contention a few times, obviously in South Africa, the first couple of events, then in India. So I thought to myself that I could really win an event. So I just told myself, just keep playing like you're playing and give yourself as many chances as you can. And I've been doing that pretty much all year.
Yeah, see what it means to him. He's right into this.
I mean, I'm really proud. The main goal this year was to get my card, finish on the top 20. And now I'm in a position where I could actually win the ranking. So I don't want to put my foot on the brake. I want to keep pushing until the very end. And last week was another proof that I can actually win a tournament or be in contention again. So I just want to try to do the same thing, focus on myself, nothing else matters, and just do the best I can do. I feel like I'm very emotional. I can show my emotions. Obviously, when I play bad, I get angry like everybody else does. Maybe sometimes a bit more than I should. And when I play good, I show it, and I encourage myself to keep playing well. Like if I make like 2-3 birdies in a row, I keep telling myself like, let's make it 5 or 6. So I feel like my emotions get the best of me sometimes. When I play bad, I get angry. When I play well, I try to show it. So I feel like, yeah, that's what I am. You know, my brother is basically the reason why I play golf. He's inspired me, he's helped me a lot during all the years. And then for next year, for me to be there with him, it's a huge help. It's having someone who guides me, to tell me how the courses are, where to go, where to fly, the hotels and everything. It's gonna be a bit easier for me in that case, stepping into the main tour. Obviously, a win would be very nice. If it comes this year, well. If it comes next year, even better. I always try to be the best. You know, I want to be the best on every tournament. I want to win every tournament. Most of the times, you're not going to win, but I'm always going to keep pushing. You know, I'm never going to leave a shot on the golf course or throw any shots because I'm getting angry or because I don't care. I always care, and I always want to fight every single shot on the golf course. So I feel like every athlete does that on their own sport. They never give up, they push until the very end. It's been amazing. I can't really put it into words. Obviously, the job is still not done. I want to finish on the top, but I'm pretty sure when that last putt drops in Mallorca, it's going to sink in and it's going to be an emotional moment for everyone, my family, myself, and my friends. But again, I still want to finish at the top. If I can, good. If I don't, it's still a great year. And I'm very proud of all the work that I've put in, all the on and off the course with my mental coaches, strength coaches, the technical coaches and everything. So I'm very pleased and I'm very proud.
Stay with us as we bring you all the ups and downs from moving day as the Hainan Open continued. And we'll crown our champion in China. See you after the break. Welcome back to the penultimate event of the 2023 Challenge Tour season, the Hainan Open. It was no real surprise to see plenty of local representation towards the top of the leaderboard, with Chuan Lin Jian leading the way at the midway mark of the tournament. And to find out if he would hold on to top spot, let's rejoin Dom Hollier for moving day.
What a season it's been for this man, Manuel Elvira, and how he would love to move to the top of the Road to Mallorca rankings, either this week or next. This is second to the opening par 4, looking for a fast start. And that's a super shot, isn't it? Hoping to join brother Nacho on the DP World Tour next season. That's virtually guaranteed. Would love to get the W, though. Stephen Brown, out of the greenside bunker at the first. He needs something special this week. He's 70th on the Road to Mallorca. Well, and that is something special. Holes from the bunker for birdie at the first. He's got to rise 25 spots to make it to the grand final this week. The teenager, Wen Yi Ding. This for birdie at 6. His third birdie of the day, moving to 10 under par. He would go on to shoot a round of 68 and get in at 11 under par, 3 shots off the lead. Back to Stephen Brown with a chance here at the third to move to 10 under par and a share of the lead. Well done, Stephen. Yeah, no wonder there's a smile. He needs more of those, though, if he's going to make that grand final. A former winner on the DP World Tour. Jian, poor front 9 for our overnight leader. One over to the turn, but nearly making an eagle. A certain birdie. So that's a third round. 72, level par. Maybe a few nerves out there for Jian. Big moment. And head into the final day at 11 under, 3 back. To a man with great memories here, Italy's Francesco Laporta, won here in 2019, makes birdie at 15, 19th on the Road to Mallorca coming into the week, so if he can nudge up, he'll virtually guarantee his card for next season and a return to the top tier. He parred his way in for a round of 68 to get in at 10 under. To Joel Gerbach, 12 under par, playing the 15th. Very nicely done by the Swiss player. And he would end up with a round of 70 to get in at 12 under and contend on Sunday. Brandon Robinson-Thompson with a birdie putt at 17. So Robinson-Thompson is very much in the mix, a winner of this year's Irish Challenge. He parred the 18th for a round of 69 to lie at 11 under. In the group in a share of third place, here's Ricardo Gouveia, the Portuguese. That's a nice roll at the 17th, another one at 11 under par. They're all beginning to line up. He's 25th on the road to Mallorca. So he's got a great chance of virtually assuring his card for next season with a big finish this week. Stephen Brown with a par putt at the last and for a round of 66, and he's played beautifully this week and a great start, 4 under through 5 holes.
Yes, a near flawless day 3 display from Brown, elevating him into top spot. A 2-shot advantage for the Englishman then over Joel Gerbach, with plenty of quality queuing up behind them.
Start was important. I think I hold a bunker shot on the first after hitting 2 not great shots into the green, so that really, I guess, just calmed me down a bit, and it's just always nice to start like that. And then play pretty solid after that, to be honest. Not quite as good tee to green as the first 2 days, but definitely hold a lot more putts today, which is what I was looking for. So yeah, that was. I think I made 7 birdies, which, considering it was quite windy, it was good.
With the top 45 on the road to Mallorca rankings qualifying for the grand final, Brown needed something special to ensure his season continues. Leading the way after 54 holes, he was projected to jump from 70th to 17th. Martin Couvre was moving in the other direction though. The young Frenchman projected to slip to 46th place, with Mark Hammer forcing his way into the grand final at this stage in 44th place. There were also plenty of potential changes taking place at the top of the rankings. Manuel Elvira was in a share of 3rd after 3 rounds. With Hugo Cousseau languishing down in a share of 29th, Elvira was projected to become the new number 1 on the road to Mallorca. So there was a thrilling day lying ahead of us. Over for one last time to our commentator, Dom Hollier.
Brandon Robinson-Thompson looking for a birdie at the first to move to 12 under. Nice start as he tries to secure a place inside the top 20 of the rankings. Remember, 31st coming into the week to the man lying second, Elvira. He bogeyed the first, so looking to bounce straight back here. And that's a decent effort. You can see there's a little bit of breeze out there today. And nice to see a few people out watching as well. So this for birdie. Back to level par on his round and moving back in the right direction. Could he get the win today? We'll see. Joel Gerbach playing with Elvira and Stephen Brown, just short of the par 5 third in 2. Has won once before on the Challenge Tour. That was some 6 years ago. Nicely done. A bit like Brandon Robinson-Thompson, just outside the top 30 of the road to Mallorca rankings, so looking for a big push out there today. Brown, after a par start, looking for his first birdie of the day. Nicely done, so he moves to 15 under par. Gerbach also makes birdie. So he and Gian, 2 behind Brown in the early stages of this final day. Up ahead, here's Ricardo Gouveia at the par 5 13th. Onto a downslope. And beautifully judged.
Well, the Portuguese player would duly finish that off for birdie to move into a share of the lead. With Brown stuck in neutral and level par for the day, the chasing pack had reeled him in.
Francesco Laporta, this is for a share of the lead. That's a beauty, isn't it? So Laporta, could he win again here in Hainan? He joins Gouveia, Gerbach and Brown in that share of the lead. Here's Brown to move ahead again, this at the 13th. Yeah, nicely done.
Despite the birdie to regain the lead, Brown's challenge would falter on the very next hole. A triple bogey 7, effectively ending his title aspirations.
Gouveia, big drive at the 15th. He's found the greenside bunker at this shortish par 4. And that is another sublime effort. Gosh, his short game has been sharp out there today. A certain birdie.
Another gain for Gouveia, the 15th proving especially fruitful. He'd birded it in all 4 rounds, and now with a handy one-shot cushion. As with his Abu Dhabi victory, Gouveia had steadily climbed to the top of a congested leaderboard on the final day.
Ricardo Gouveia, 3 shots behind at the start of the day. He's 3 ahead playing the last. Well, his short game has just been wonderful all week. He is a serial winner, of course, on the Challenge Tour. He's won 6 times already, so perhaps no surprise to see him up there. And it is a 7th Challenge Tour title for Ricardo Gouveia. It's his 2nd win of the season, and his return to the DP World Tour is pretty much guaranteed.
A final round 67 for Gouveia saw him storm through the field on the final day. He finished 3 clear of Gerbach with a bogey at the last, dropping Brown into a share of 3rd. Wen Yi Ding led the local charge on 12 under par alongside Brown, Laporta and Will Enifer. But it was the Portuguese who topped the Chinese podium.
It was really, really tough. I just stayed very patient throughout the day. I didn't feel like on the front 9 I was doing making any moves, but I knew it was really tough, and I knew the last few holes were playing into the wind and quite tough. So I just stayed patient, and I'm so glad to get the win.
Gouveia wasn't the only player celebrating in China. Manuel Elvira's share of 8th place was enough to propel him to the top of the road to Mallorca rankings, heading into the grand final. Win number 2 for Gouveia elevated him to 10th spot. Francesco Laporta continued his climb up the rankings, but the biggest elevation went the way of Joel Gerbach. Solo 2nd earned him 17th place. The Swiss peaking at just the right time, with just one more event to go. And so a thrilling week in China comes to an end. Now our journey has one final leg, as the top 45 now move on to the grand final. So join us live from Mallorca in the first week of November, as the pursuit of promotion to the DP World Tour concludes.